world? This your boy Jay Boogie.
Yo, what up, Ski? This your boy Kimbo.
This J and K. Y'all press play.
Something to say.
We always got something to say. So,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
all right, my boy. We gonna I want to start off with a little something. You know what I'm saying? A little something positive, man. So I work. You know what I'm saying? I work with kids in ISS,
Yeah.
and it's been. I don't like what I do. I don't like. Well, I like working with kids. Don't get me wrong. I like working with kids, but it's the ISS part. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
in school suspension. So, um, and we've had this conversation before. Like, I don't necessarily hear God's voice, but I know I have to get more into the Word. It's been that's what I've been told. That's what I've been taught. That's what I hear. You have to get into the Word to hear God's voice. So, but God does show me things. So, and me, I filled out an application to do something else. I took the application back because I had a conversation with my mom about, what I'm saying, about what I do and my highs and my lows or whatever the case may be. And she was like, well, it sounds like you are where you're supposed to be. And I was like, well, dang, this me complaining to my mom about it. And she was like, when she said that, I took my application back. So long story short, this morning, I get to work, leaving for work. My wife says, she say, make sure you play your gospel music. You know what I mean? Get some Jesus in the room. So I'm playing my gospel music, and of course, the day not starting off the way I wanted to start off, but my
Right.
gospel music's still playing, and
Mm.
I got to have a student removed. And once I call to have the student removed, I look on my desk and I see a little note. Um, and at the time, I don't know if you ever heard the song "You're Amazing," but that song was playing, and I'm going through the note. The first page, the first little, it's little boy left me a little like sticky notes. I'm gonna say about five or six of them. The first one
Mm.
said, "Mr. J, you rock," and I flip it, and the song "You're Amazing" is still playing in the background. The first one say, "You rock," um, "Don't give up," "Stay positive," "You can do it," and then the last one, "You're awesome." And I'm just like, and this all from a little boy that was also in ISS, little white dude, also in ISS, and I'm just like, man, when I tell you, bro, I'm an emotional dude, and I had to fight back. You know what I'm saying? The little tears I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to fall because, like I
Yeah.
say, I don't hear God's voice, but He definitely showed me things. And for that, bro, I was floored. And I didn't see the little boy today. Because I was gonna give him a damn hug. I was gonna give the little boy a hug. But yeah, man. So I wanted to start off by saying that, bro. I hope your day went well or whatnot, man.
Yeah. They went. They went. The day is always great, man. As long as you breathing, living, you know, doing what you like to do, or maybe doing what you feel like you're not supposed to be doing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it may be, man. Just it's always a blessing because at the end of the day, your day can always be worse.
Yeah, definitely.
It can always be worse. So I always say count your blessings. You got a roof over your head. You can provide for your family. You work. You got all your limbs. You
Mm-hmm.
know, healthy for the most part. I'm sure we got our little, whatever. But for the most part, we healthy and yeah, we able to do what we love to do or what we striving to do.
Yeah.
Like we striving what we doing now.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, so it's always a blessing.
So how
And
you
to
feel?
Nah,
Nah,
and to
but
piggyback on what you said about we just had this conversation. Remember the last time about us starting up the podcast
mm-hmm.
and being, timing and everything. So, like your mother said, you're right where you need to be. So you might can't see it or you might don't see it, but yeah, we right
Oh
where we
yeah,
need
bro.
to be no matter what. So
Yeah.
none of us can't predict the future. So, a lot of times you just got to take it in stride. So yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's like and then today, I'm looking over some topics or whatever, trying to see what we could talk about. I'm already looking forward to Thursday. Thursday or Friday, but me, you, and Lyric gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Y'all tune in. Our girl
yeah.
Peace of Mind
So
gonna be on with
yeah.
us. We're gonna talk about some serious stuff. But yeah, bro. I'm enjoying this, man. we gonna get we gonna get the little setup thing right. So you know what I'm saying, we
Right.
ain't gotta do
Right.
it. We ain't gotta do that every time we jump on. But yeah, I see you got your little mic now, you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah. Trying to trying to look the part. Try to do it right. So
Yeah, yeah.
yes, indeed, man. Yeah.
All right, bro. So man, so let's see. We're gonna jump right. We had just talked about it, so we're gonna jump right into the Timberwolves. Because you had just said, bro, it was so funny. You had just said you don't think uh two road teams have won, you know what I'm saying,
On
the
the opposing
opening game.
team's home
Yeah,
court.
on opposing team's
Yeah.
court. You know what I mean? And then it happens.
It happened. It
So
happened.
and now
Yeah.
we went from, the Timberwolves and Ant Man being basically we was putting them in the champ. I know I was putting them in the
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah. Already
What you
writing Denver off. I ain't
bro,
gonna
what you
lie.
think
I
now?
didn't write them off, but I was on the cusp. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was on the cusp.
yeah.
I felt like if they hadn't won game three, then it was over. They was in trouble.
Hmm.
So they won the game that they needed to win. And then they built off that and won game four. So
Well, what you
and
think
they
about
may go home and win game five. So
you know what I
hey,
mean? Because they got
yeah,
all the momentum now, bro. They
yeah.
got all the momentum, and then with your boy Aaron Gordon waking up,
Hmm.
because if he start to play like the Aaron Gordon that was in Orlando, now here I go again. It's gonna be hard to beat them, man.
Yeah. It's yeah. I mean obviously he don't have to be that Aaron Gordon because obviously when he was in Orlando, he was pretty much kind of like the guy.
Hmm.
So obviously when your role is basically the leader, you're gonna take the lead. You're gonna take charge. You're gonna do all the things your teams require for you to do. So
Hmm.
um, so now he's on a better team, and his role is a little bit reduced. So of course he's still gonna have his little games where he's gonna get you like a little 20, 25, maybe even 30. But
Yeah.
for the most part, he's an elite defender, and like I say, he could score. So I guess when Joker's having an off night, which is kind of rare, but
Yeah.
more should I say Murray? When Murray's having his off nights, which he can kind of do from time to time. That's when
Hmm.
Gordon, I'm sure, step up or Porter or whoever else.
Yeah, bro. It was to see Aaron Gordon because, of course, you know what I mean. I saw the highlights, and then you don't see when they miss, but the amount of threes that he made, like he was. Why were they leaving this man wide open? And another thing, because I've been on the Aaron Gordon train when he was in Orlando. I've been said I wish we could have got that dude in Miami. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But he fell to Denver, and he's doing like you said. He hasn't had to do a whole lot, but he's been a really great role player. And then
yeah,
last night he stepped up, but like Rudy Gobert said, of course, like I said, I didn't see the game, but it just seems like it's supposed to be the Nuggets and the Celtics. That's what it seemed like.
hey,
Because I
I,
mean,
uh, the way the Nuggets kind of storming back, and seems like it seems like the red carpet is being rolled out for Boston. Seem like every team that they play against, somebody get hurt or they may have to sit out a game or two. I ain't
yeah.
in all of my life of watching NBA basketball. Now I don't know what was going on with Donovan Mitchell in his last game what four,
Hmm.
but he didn't play.
Right.
So
I read calf soreness or stiffness.
it's like what's going on with these players and their calves now? Like I don't understand. It's like 4 or 5 guys I done seen in red with. Like
boy.
everybody having calf issues now. What in the world is going on, man? So hey, I don't know, but nonetheless, seems like the red carpet is being rolled out for Boston. They ain't gonna have no resistance.
Mm-mm.
Indiana may pose a little problem if
A little
Indiana
problem, yeah.
happens to beat New York, because it seems like New York kind of falling apart. They kind of crumbling before our eyes. Anunoby, I think he's out the next game. And Brunson is hobbled.
See,
So yeah. So Indiana probably, if they're smart, they better go ahead and capitalize and you know, try to seal this win in New York and then try to close it out, in Indiana for Game 6. So,
yeah, bro. Because it's gonna be very, very eerie if because Boston, of course, like with the Heat series, Boston won the first one, Heat won the second. Boston, Boston, Boston. It's pretty much the same thing now.
yeah.
Boston won the first one, Cavs won the second one,
And
Boston,
then the
Boston.
Boston the rest of the way. Yeah.
So if Cleveland, hopefully, Donovan Mitchell come back, push it to a game. What's that? That'll be game 6, hopefully. And then you saw who was at the game,
Yeah.
right? You saw who
Hmm?
was at the game. The Cleveland, the
Yeah.
Cleveland, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Old Bron.
yeah,
Yeah. So
hey,
I mean,
you never,
I'm sure he still has a house in Ohio. Where is he from? Akron.
yeah, Akron, yeah,
So I don't think it's that far away from Cleveland. So yeah, it ain't nothing for him to go to a game. I don't know if I don't know if we should make anything of it, but then again, you never know. So
it's Bron, bro, because it's like
LeBron. So,
and like we said last time, the Lakers looking to secure him and even looking to take Bronny in the draft. And I sent you a thing today, the Heat, but it was
they
funny.
ain't gonna waste they're not gonna waste their
They not
15th round pick on
not
him.
that fifth, no, not the 15th round, not the 15th pick.
15 pick.
That
Yeah.
yeah, with the 43rd pick, that was funny. They did say with the 43rd pick. So yeah, we are gonna look for somebody. I'm hoping it's Khalil Ware. I think that's his name.
Nah,
Um,
you know who I seen? They was
who?
probably looking at
Don't say them. Don't say who.
that center. That center from Purdue.
I I
What's
know
his name?
everybody.
Is it Edie? I can't remember his
Edie,
name.
yeah, Edie, yeah. It got to be
Zach? Is
Edie.
it Zach or
Zach, Zach, yeah. Zach is his first name. Yeah,
Zach? Okay. Hey,
man.
he's 7'4",
Seven, right? He's 7'4".
7'4". He's young. He's 22, 20. I don't know how many years he played, but I mean, what's it gonna hurt? We've been saying how we needed size.
Yeah, we
So
do. But we know when they get up there,
yeah,
we haven't drafted that well with height. Well, I can't say drafted
as far as big men,
as big man, but then it's like I'm always scared. Their lower limbs always fragile. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
he played how many years? What year is this for him?
that's a good question. I don't know. I don't follow Purdue, so I don't. I'm not sure
Okay.
how many years he played, but I don't think he was no one and done. He
Nah,
probably
nah,
might have
nah.
played a couple
Because
years, two or
I
three.
remember seeing him at least last year. At least last year, I remember
Yeah,
seeing him. But yeah, bro.
yeah.
You know me. I want like a long, wiry. Because the dude I just said, Khalil Ware, he's 7 foot. It's another guy that name's been thrown around. I wish I had him. I should have wrote him down, and I'm mad I did.
Mm,
Another 7 footer with a jump shot, but sorry everybody, it's a white dude. You know what I'm saying? He look a little goofy. You know what I'm saying? Something like Duncan did when he first got there. You know what I
right,
mean? So, but he's seven
right.
foot. They say he can shoot. Yeah, 7'4". When I saw a couple of clips that I did see of Zach, he looks to move like Tony Kukoc. Like we need somebody who going if not move like Bam, at least run the flow like Hassan did, or at least
Yeah,
Birdman. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Somebody who can get up and down
Well,
the court like they supposed to.
he kind of reminds me of Yao Ming. If I can say who a player NBA guy,
Hmm.
probably Yao Ming, because Yao was about 7'6", something like that.
He
But
was up there.
Yao has some skills though.
Yeah,
So
he now if he got skills like y'all, it could work.
Right.
it probably could work.
But with this guy, all we need, because you already know, all we need rebounds, rebounds, rebounds. That's the main thing. Now, if he could give us some blocks, that's just a bonus. But
That's definitely a bonus.
we need rebounds. We always lose on the boards, and I think like we discussed before. I think Pat, if they do wind up, drafting this kid, if they draft him, then what we talked about, obviously Pat must got some dang on satellite ears because we was always talking about how we needed a big man.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
we always needed size. Talking about maybe Embiid or whatever big man's out there. Howard, Howard. So it's like if they draft him, then that just goes to show that they know that Bam don't need to play the five. His rightful spot and position is the four. That's really where he'll probably excel at. So having Bam as a power forward, and then having this young kid, hopefully he can, maybe develop into something.
hmm
And then we got the rest, so it's not like we're gonna demand a lot from him. What I mean? It's not like he's gonna be, like an all-star caliber player where he's gonna demand 30 shots, or anything like that. He
yeah.
gets a little 5 or 10 shots, his little tip ins, rebounds. That's the main thing. That's the absolute main thing. We always get killed on the boards, no matter
But
who we play. So,
so,
so
bro,
I think it's a plus.
so having said that, that little list I sent you on Instagram. Can you grab it real quick? That list I sent you on Instagram with potential offseason targets for the Heat.
Potential off season.
Yeah, I sent it to you today on Instagram because you hearted it. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you liked it. Oh
Oh
no,
yeah,
you on your phone. My bad. Yeah,
yeah.
you on your phone.
I'm on the phone. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So all right. So it was Jonas Valanciunas,
Uh,
Andre Drummond, Kyle Kuzma, DeMar DeRozan, Donovan Mitchell, of course, Paul George, Bruce Brown Jr.,
mm,
Gary Trent Jr., Brandon Ingram, Nerlens Noel. Those are the potential offseason targets.
okay.
Now say
Well.
now say we do draft Zach, right?
Mm,
And with the OG finally making, what I'm saying, making amends with Dwight Howard. Now just say we draft Zach, sign Howard. Who do you think we would let go out of Orlando and Thomas Bryant?
probably none of them
Because
because because Orlando, he's a 7 footer, but I think he's okay, and I think that Thomas, I think those three can actually be moved to the power forward.
who
That's just
that?
my opinion.
Thomas,
Um,
Orlando, and who?
and Bam, of course,
Okay, yeah, okay.
and then we'll just have, if they get Dwight, we'll have just Dwight and Zach as your starter and your backup.
All
Because
right.
at the end of the day, I don't think we need Patty Mills.
No, hell no.
I, I don't even know if we even need what's your boy that I said in the, Instagram, the little 3-point shooter that we just tried out. Um,
Oh, Cole
oh,
Swider.
Swider, yeah, yeah, Cole. So it's like those are two spots that we could probably at least give to somebody else. So I
Yeah,
don't know who out there. I
you
mean,
said everyone except Cole and Mills
yeah,
as far as who we should let go. I mean, who should return.
who we could keep, right? Yeah, because
Man,
everybody else, I think they, everyone else can contribute to the team in some form or fashion. So, um, but Mills, he's pretty much done. And Cole, I don't even know about him. So
nah.
obviously we want to keep Alondas,
Right.
and of course we're gonna keep Kane. So
What about DeLon Wright?
I liked him for us. He was pretty good for us, you know. And you know, at the end of the day, you never know because injuries always come up. You know, injuries always
Yeah.
come up at some point or another. So let me just knock on a little wood because I hope next year, you know, we just can just
Yeah.
go
We
through the
can
whole season just
try
healthy.
to stay
So,
healthy. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because
So
I'm looking. Yeah.
you still need to keep those guys just in case.
Um. Of course, I know you're gonna say yeah. Yeah. To Caleb.
Yeah.
Hayward Hospital.
Well, Hayward may have to go because I mean I think they like Hayward, so I won't say that they would trade him. But hey, he's actually going to be a free agent. So Thomas Bryant, he has a player option because they signed him for 2 years. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to opt in.
Yeah.
You know,
Because who has a player option? Kevin Love,
Kevin
Josh
Love,
Richardson,
Josh Richardson.
Thomas. Oh, and Caleb.
Yeah, yeah, he got 1 more year. Yeah, he got 1 more year.
Okay, so
So
we don't really have to.
nah, this it was more like an extension. You know how you extend,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, to secure your guy and stuff like that. So yeah, just like Jimmy Butler, you know, he wanted an extension, even though he really
hmm
got 2 more years technically. But so yeah, so it's just one of those things. But yeah, he got 1 more year. So
Because now I'm
so
curious, bro. Because I'm looking at it while you're talking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, he's good.
But yeah, like okay, so Kevin Love, Josh Richardson, Thomas Bryant, Caleb Martin, they all play an option. But Hayward
Yeah, they're all
Highsmith,
going to be back. I don't see
yeah,
them going nowhere else. So yeah,
Hayward Highsmith, Alondis Williams,
well, Londas is on the 2 way.
yeah, Jamal Kane, two
Him and
way.
Kane.
Slider must be two way as well because
Yeah, he 2 way.
all four of those guys are restricted free agents.
Right.
But then when
So
you look, so I'm guessing DeLon Wright and Patty Mills is regular free agents because they don't have anything by their name.
they didn't have no contract. They just signed him. Yeah. So my guess is if they do want to bring DeLon Wright back, they may bring him back for like a 2 year vet minimum type thing. I would do it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because
I
like you say,
did.
you just never know.
Yeah, I did like him. Did like you said, Patty can be out of there.
Patty could go.
Um, all the two-way contracts, they'll probably go back to the G League. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's the beauty about 2 way contracts. You know, you can keep them on your roster in case you need them, or you can send them to the G League and let them, at least get their reps, in with the G League, and then you can bring them back whenever you feel. So you just basically locking in that player so that no other team can,
Oh,
can
okay.
can
Yeah.
can
So
grab that player. So,
Alondis and Jamal, Alondis and Jamal. I hope they keep them. I hope they lock them in again next year. Like Haywood, if like barring we,
if
that's
they
what we
draft
said.
that kid,
If they draft the kid and what I'm saying, just so happen to sign the White. You know what I mean? I would start the White and have the kid, come off the bench. Um,
okay, either
so
or.
that I mean, of course, that's what I would.
No,
Um,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because he got to learn from somebody. So yeah,
hmm
sure, yeah.
I would, you know, how Smith can walk for me. Uh,
Yeah, because at that point, it's either him, Bryant, who's probably going to sign. He's going to come back. In Orlando, I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
he
know what
not
kind
even
of
on here,
deal he
bro.
got.
I don't know
Huh?
either.
Yeah,
He's not even on
yeah. So they probably. I would imagine they would keep Orlando because Orlando, he's making strides, and you can see that he's actually, improving. So it's just a matter of him just getting his shot. When opportunity comes. So yeah, I think they're gonna keep Orlando. I know they're
here.
gonna
Yeah,
keep Orlando.
because
So
I'm wondering because the names not of the obvious names are not on here. Jimmy, Bam, Tyler,
Tyler,
Jaime,
Duncan,
Jaime Duncan, yeah,
Terry,
Terry,
right?
and yeah, God dog it, old age is catching up to me. Who we just talking about? Orlando. So yeah, he must be on the squad. He must be like under contract.
Yeah, they there. They there. They ain't going nowhere. Yeah. They got multiple years left on their, on their contract deal. So yeah, they're not going nowhere.
Man,
Nope. Unless they
I
get
just think
traded.
with all of those guys, bro, I know everybody. Kevin Love is a fan favorite. I'm just like, just old man, just
Man, I like Kevin Love.
go play.
Man, I like Kevin Love, man.
I know. But it's like,
Yeah.
just go play in Orlando. You want to stay in Florida? Go play in Orlando. Go somewhere else. Let him
No,
go,
no, boy. That boy might have them boys over there in Orlando rocking, boy. Rocking and
man.
rolling.
Well, they still ain't beating us.
Nah,
So let him
nah.
go to Orlando. Let Highsmith go. And everybody else will be saying, you know what I'm saying? We can bring back Thomas Bryant. We can bring back, of course, Josh Richardson. Because I mean, because we reason why I say that. All right, let's go. That's our squad. Let's go to these potential targets, bro.
Mm.
Now, I
You already
don't
know who
know.
number one for me. It's only one. It's only one person on that list that I even got my eyes on. So
Yeah, but it's like we'll have to trade for Buddy. We'll have to trade for PG.
what?
We'll have to, yeah, because wait, hold on, no, he's
He's a
and
free
he a
agent,
free here. Oh, okay, so see, okay, so he a free agent looking for the max,
right?
and
That's what he
Philly
said
could. Oh, well, he was looking for a max deal from the Clippers.
from the Clippers.
So uh 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 Philly can offer him because they got a lot of cap space.
Philly do, yeah. I seen their
So
name. Yeah.
so but I PG he a podcaster too. Not saying all podcasters are smart, but he a smart guy. If I'm him, I'm not trying to go play with Embiid, bro.
Nah, nah. Because like I say, you want to go to a team where you could either be the number one or the number two option. Now, not saying that Miami is the right fit because, of course, we got so much talent over there. But I think he can still override a lot of the guys there. Like I think Jimmy, I honestly think that Jimmy would not even care if PG came there and just kind of took majority of the load off of him to
Mm-hmm.
where he don't have to go out there and play a ton of minutes and they can like I say, like I spoke about before, preserve Jimmy, you know, and we won't miss a beat. We won't miss a
Right,
beat because
right.
PG
But
all-star caliber player, all-star.
but he's
So
also how old is PG? I know what
PG
32,
got to be like
33.
33, 34. He about
Okay,
Jimmy age. He about Jimmy's
okay.
age. Yeah. So yeah, he about Jimmy's age, which is perfect because now you got two guys, veteran guys. You ain't got
Mm-hmm.
no young guys or whatever. So you got veteran guys that can go out there, and do their thing. So yeah,
So with him, like with us bring if we was to bring him on, probably not for the max, maybe close to it, hopefully. But
hopefully
if
he
we was
hopefully he'll just hopefully whatever deal they offer him, he'll be like, okay, you know what? I done probably made my money. I want to win. You know, I want to
hopefully,
win.
bro.
And let me just whatever you guys can offer me, let's just see what let's see what we can do. Bam, of course, he's in his extension year, so
Oh
maybe
yeah,
let's
because they
see
was
what
talking
they
about
can do.
giving him a nice little extension. I did
Of
see
course,
that.
he deserved it. He
Right,
deserved it.
right.
Yeah, he deserved it. So
So having okay, we of course we both agree on PG-13. Donovan Mitchell. I'm a little even though that's my dude. I wish we could get him, but I'm a little hit or miss still because of course he's so ball dominant. I don't think he's been on a team where he could rely on passing the ball to somebody. You know what I'm saying? As of yet. So it would take a lot of growing pains, bro, for us. If he was to come, I think it you remember when Big Three first got together.
yeah,
It was a rocky road. I think it will be the
very,
same.
very,
I think it'll be somewhat similar if we were to get Donovan. You know what I mean? And of course,
yeah,
now we would have to trade for him, and that's gonna take the house.
yeah,
We would have to everybody who we was just talking about, we would have to sign and trade basically.
Yeah, we have to sign and trade him, and then obviously they're gonna want probably one of the better players. So, which means they're probably gonna want Tyler.
Definitely. That's I
You
mean,
know,
because
you already know
salary's
how
gonna
I
have to
might feel
match.
about that. So
Man, you know he know this man better than Tyler, bro. You know this man better than Tyler Hero.
I ain't saying he's not better. I know he's better, but Tyler ain't number 22. He's still growing. You know, yeah. I just got all the faith in the world in the kid, and obviously he works hard. You know, he works hard. So I think that he just some players just need those years. Everybody, all players out there ain't no anomaly. Where they can just kind of like a unicorn just go out there and just ball out. So it's rare that you find that. Now I will say his rookie year was probably his best year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
His rookie year, he was outstanding. His rookie year, and they had the bubble and everything. Like, it's like he made such a big impact. They just knew, like, they just had a diamond right there. It was like, man, this kid here just showing out. Finals, bubble, everything. He was just doing it all. So then he hit the rookie wall, and then third year he won six man of the year.
Hmm.
And then this year, he was okay, but he was hurt a lot of the year. So the season. So I don't know, bro. I mean, but Donovan is a better player. Facts. Absolutely. He's definitely a better player. So I don't know. I guess you could go with either one of the two. So yeah, either
And
one.
I ain't gonna even bother. Giannis Valanciunas, no. Andre Drummond, no.
Nah.
Um,
I'll get Valanciunas before I get Drummond. Yeah, Drummond is at
yeah,
least Valanciunas will get you something.
yeah. And Drummond, he
Drummond, I don't think gonna get you nothing. And it's just
he gonna want he
sad because
gonna
I remember him back in the Detroit Piston days. That boy was one of the elite centers back then.
is he still in Chicago?
Yeah.
I don't remember them calling his name, bro, and I watched that game.
Yeah, he's in Chicago. Yeah.
Kyle Kuzma, me. I mean, I'm
I
not gonna say,
mean, he's a
bro. If
turn.
we now, I will say this:
Uh,
if we can't get PG, I would rather. And I know, bro. I know if we was live, I know I'd probably get slandered for this. I would rather. I'm because I would rather if we can't get PG, I would rather Kyle Kuzma than Bi.
Bi who? Brandon Ingram.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm
and
with
I'm
you on
not
that one.
saying, and I'm not to discredit Bi anyway. I just I really do think Kuzma, me being biased,
And he's still young. He's probably
he's
like
still young.
24, 25, something like that. So
He need to get of course he might want to be the man. Who knows what they're going to do with Jordan Poole? Now, if they get rid of Jordan Poole, he might stay in with the Wizards.
he may
But then
stay.
you
Yeah,
but then at the same time, you'll know where he's headed. He'll probably be doing the Carmelo thing and taking the money.
take the money. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I think I guess like we just said, if you're gonna secure your bag, secure your bag. But he makes a lot of money already. Do you want to win? He would definitely be cheaper than PG-13. Is he better than PG-13? No, I don't think so. He has, to me, if he was up under the right tutelage, he has the potential to be, somewhere in that realm. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, sure. Yeah,
And of course, out of all these other names, bro, besides Kyle Kuzma, PG-13, you know who my other guy is, bro. DeMar
yeah. I know you.
DeRozan.
I know you. I know you, DeRozan.
Man, and I don't know what it is about Mr. DeRozan, bro. I like his grind. Um, when he's on, he's freaking on. Um, and I just think even with him and Jimmy playing the same position, that to me, you put one as small forward, the other one that they ain't gonna shoot guard. Matter of fact, I'll put DeMar as shooting guard, leave Jimmy as small forward.
Yeah, Jimmy's
and
he got a forward type of body. Yeah. So yeah.
or vice versa. I mean, bro, Demar just he needed, and of course with him, he needed the type of surrounding that because you saw before they switched Bam on him, he started to take that game over that playing game.
Hmm.
They switched Bam on him, and it quieted him down.
Boy,
That's
put that
Bam,
boy in the cooler, man. Put them clamps on
yeah.
him.
And and we always talk about it, bro. I mean, with Josh coming back, maybe we make a move to get one of these guys. Maybe we make a move to get PG-13. Um,
What about Kevin
so
Durant?
no, bro, no,
Yeah.
bro. I'm sorry.
I am with you. I'm with you. I'm with
Mm-mm. I'm not one of those guys. And yeah, he was in Miami with Jimmy. You seen what Ocho Cinco? Yeah, we talked about what Ocho Cinco said. If it makes sense, and that's when they say that, that's pretty much Morse code for if the money right, bro. The type of money you want ain't gonna be right, Mr. Kevin Durant. Like I'm sorry, bro. Unless you do what I see somebody shooting uh putting a letter on the dove and try to send it to God. They want him, Braun, Curry, maybe even Chris Paul to meet up somewhere, and then they try to see if they can dominate the league. And honestly, bro, if we can make a competitive team, I'm for it. I can't tell you no lie. When I saw it, I didn't even get mad because
I'm
you
not
you
opposed. I'm not opposed to it. I think it would be pretty. I think it would be pretty good for the league if they, got together
yeah,
and
because
yeah,
I mean, Braun windows closing. It's funny to say. Like we've seen a couple of years where not seeing him on his way to the final is kind of weird for me because because it was what I'm saying it's been that type of deal with him.
yeah,
So um to see him, KD finally team up to see what they can do, I think it would be awesome. But of
yeah,
course, that's barring. Now, if my Heat look like this Heat this year, I'll be pissed off. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be pissed off. We got to make some moves. we need
yeah,
some people to move the needle. Like it don't have to be big, but we were just talking about PG-13. And he's big, but
yeah. He's
other
a
than
big
that,
fish. Yeah,
right? But I think he a shark. He not a whale. And
yeah,
no discredit to him. A whale to me will be somebody with a whole bunch of money behind him. Donovan Mitchell, you gotta, what I'm saying, you gotta trade the house for him.
right.
KD, you gotta trade the house for
Yeah,
him.
and, and I
Who
think
else?
Pat
Even
already
Embiid,
showed that he wasn't.
right?
Yeah. So, hmm yeah, Pat already showed he wasn't willing to, trade away his players to get Dame Dollar, Damian Lillard.
Hmm.
So, uh, but I'm sure like I say, I'm sure he made him a good offer, but I guess according to Portland, it wasn't good enough. So,
I bet
hey,
Portland. You think I don't know Joe Cronin, but I would like to ask him, like off record, just shooting the shit, bro. Do you regret not trading Dame to Miami now, just to see what he said?
yeah, because Portland, they stink, man. They suck, honestly.
And that boy, hopefully Scoop um pans out. Hopefully Scoop pans out. But it's like,
Scoop, Scoop out there looking like poop for real, boy. That boy there,
yeah, boy. I'm talking
that
about
boy
Poot,
just
yeah,
nah.
Poot Henderson, yeah, boy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
you need
mean,
to go to the lab. Now he's a great player, a great little young talent, but yeah, he need a little bit more. He need a little more
yeah,
to him.
whatever that is, whatever that more is, he definitely needs a lot of it.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, if we can, because you got Minnesota looking great with the way that Boston is, I don't see them making no moves. They shouldn't because they look. I hate to say it, they look good.
they
New
look good.
York. Matter of fact, I want to ask you this question before I go forward. I see in the Bleacher Report community, somebody said, as a Heat fan, who are you mad more to see win right now? Either Boston or New York? Who are you mad more to see win right now? Boston or New York? As a Heat fan,
Who would I rather see win?
who does it hurt to you? Who does it hurt for you to see win more?
Okay, so me as a Heat fan, who would it hurt? Who if whoever win would hurt more?
Yeah,
Me seeing win. Well, it'll probably be Boston.
thank you,
It'll
bro.
probably be
I
Boston.
Yeah, I said thank
I don't have no animosity or anything towards New York. I mean, sure, Miami and New York had their little rivalry days, back in the late '90s. Lonzo Mourning and Oakley and
you.
Ewing and all those guys. So uh, yeah, them boys used to have wars out there. But uh, but yeah, I would probably be rooting for New York over Boston.
I
Yeah,
would too.
I don't really like Boston like that. I just don't. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't like Boston.
I was surprised
So,
somebody said New York, and I'm like, why? Like, because honestly, New York ain't. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute since they've been relevant, and it's definitely been. It's hell. If it's been a minute since they've been relevant, it's been an hour since they have won a championship, bro. So yeah, I'm just
right.
like, nah, nah. It would definitely be Boston for me. I don't want to see Boston win it. Um, I don't want to see Jalen Brown win. Hell, if Jason Tatum was to get traded and go win it somewhere else, I would applaud that. I don't want to see Jalen Brown win. I don't.
You don't want to see Jalen Brown win it? Oh, so,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Mister, by the time what he told Taylor Brooks, by the time he didn't even say 30. I think he might have said 25. He would have 3 rings. It was one of the, but she interviewed him. I want to say maybe his rookie season because he still had the fade. So it was early in it was early in his career.
Early, yeah,
But
early,
yeah,
yeah.
nah, yeah. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, Boston looking good. New York, when healthy, they look good. Minnesota, Denver. Uh, who knows what's gonna happen with who knows what's gonna happen with the Clippers? The Pacers looking good. What I'm pretty much saying is like all around, the NBA is looking okay.
Yeah,
Of course, if all them dudes team up in LA, that's another West Coast team that looks crazy.
yeah,
But long as my Heat look good, everybody else can do what they do.
yeah.
We just,
And
you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping, bro, I'm hoping the thing fall into place the way I see it. But yeah, man, we still got a long behind off season, bro, and it sucks. We ain't been in this role in this seat for a while, man. And it
it's been a
sucks.
minute. Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
God dog, it
It's
sucks.
been a minute. Well, like I said, you can't be on top forever. So
Yeah, boy. Unfortunately.
obviously, obviously, we I would have loved to, for the Heat to make another, run and go to the finals and possibly win it. But once I seen all the injuries, I'm like, nah, it ain't. It's just not meant. Especially when Jimmy went down, I was like, nah, this is probably just not the year for us. So it, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna get ready for next year. So that's all. Next year we'll be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So,
Mm-hmm. Next year we'll be
we like
ready.
I said, we can talk sheet all night. And for y'all don't know, sheet, lowercase s, capital HEAT, sheet. You know what I mean? Put a spin on it. But bro, let me ask you something, man. And I sent you the little picture of the cyber truck. You got any thoughts on that, bro?
It just looked like a big ass tin can on wheels. That's what it looked like. I don't. I wasn't impressed by it. I just wasn't impressed by it. So at all, not even a little bit. So
Bro. And I mean this one, it's on 30-inch wheels, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks dumb, bro. It looks like a Lego car.
Yeah.
And everybody like, and I the one thing that really irks me about it, of course, seeing a lot of black folks pull up in it, a lot of top name black folks, celebrities, if you will, but they're putting money in Elon Musk's hands. Now, of course, when hopefully I'm not always right. Uh, internet, be gentle with me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, they putting money in this man's hands, and he's pretty much he racist. I put him up there with Donald Trump. Um,
Yeah.
and and the damn car don't even look good, bro. It does not look good. There,
They don't.
people dancing alongside this thing, and just because it's a Cybertruck, it's Tesla or whatever. I'm just,
I don't know, man.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know. Like I say, we just old school. We just we
Yeah.
grew up on the Dunks and the Chevys and the Capris, the Malibus, all of that. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, you got your Impalas.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then of course you got your regular cars, your Toyotas and Hondas and stuff like that. So, um, I mean, even the Teslas, they okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would ever own one,
No, me neither.
honestly. Uh, but yeah, but that car, nah. Of course, every new car that comes out, if it's a little different, of course you're gonna have an audience. People that's probably gonna like it, that's gonna take a liking to it, probably gonna want to own it or want to drive it or whatever. But
Yeah.
nah, it's just not my flavor. So
Nah.
not my
Bro,
flavor.
it's funny. Every old school car you name, I like. So if you had the money, then you ain't got to tell me what everything you'll put on. If you had the money, what would you get yourself? Like if you had the money, like you could pick any car, what would you get?
You mean right now or you mean back then?
Now I'm talking about right now. Like I ain't not necessarily dream car, because what I'm saying, my dream car ain't really no dream. I just want it. But like if you could get something for yourself, the car
Well,
would be
my
like,
car,
that you always want.
yeah. Well, my car, the car that I want. See, I like muscle cars. So
Mm-hmm.
I and obviously it might be a little cliche or whatever because you see a lot of our kind driving them,
Mm-hmm.
but a Challenger. The Challenger is what I like. Yeah,
You like those?
yeah.
Okay.
I like the Challengers. The Chargers are okay, but I'm more like the Challengers, and the reason why is because obviously they're not the same type of car because I don't know if you remember Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah.
the orange car with the little
Mm-hmm.
with the writing on it. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was a Mustang or what kind of car that was,
I wish
but
I was more
oh, was it a
car.
Pontiac? Was it a Pontiac?
Was it a Pontiac?
I don't know,
Matter of fact,
but it was like a muscle car, and it had and it was you could drive it through terrain, and
yeah, yeah.
so I always loved that car, and I thought the new Challengers, well, the ones over the last 5 or 6 years, I thought they kind of resembled those cars. I even said if I got one, I would probably paint it orange. You know, probably paint it orange and have a little circle on the hood, just like
Mm.
just like Dukes of Hazzard. So yeah, but
No, it was a Dodge, bro.
it's a Dodge. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, so it is in the same ballpark. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was like besides the Night Rider car. You know,
But see,
uh,
you always did. Yeah, you liked fast. Because I remember
yeah,
what it was you had a Honda with the little that dang on loud muffler, and it was just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, I got to put the pipes on it. Got to put the
yeah,
exhaust on
man,
it. Yeah, man, that's how I
yeah.
trick them out. Yeah, got to do it. got to do it. So
But
yeah,
yeah, bro, for me,
you what it'll be.
uh, now it's one of two cars. It's either an old school Chevy Impala, like
I've always loved Impalas. So yeah,
like like Cube had in All About the Benjamins.
like a 99,
Yeah,
98, 99, something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Of course, you gotta have some speakers, and they gotta have some. They don't have not no crazy looking rims, but something sweet.
right.
Or the muscle car and Too Fast, Too Furious that you remember they
Tyrese.
raced Tyrese had when Tyrese and old boy they raced the essays for.
Hmm.
I can't remember which one it was, but any one of the muscle cars.
Yeah, yeah. Muscle. You can't go wrong with a muscle car.
Yeah,
You can't.
any
Yeah,
one of those, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
because Tyrese and Paul Walker they pulled up with their cars,
Hmm.
and then them essays hit that gas in the muscle cars, bro. And Tyrese, and it was like, yeah, it was part of the movie, but when Tyrese's face went from smiling to frowning because he was
Right.
scared what was up under them hoods.
Under that
Yeah,
hood.
yeah,
Yeah.
that right there, bro.
Yeah, he was out there all cheese and all like, yeah, yeah. And then when he revved that thing up, damn, okay.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It was so funny.
Yeah,
But hey,
man.
but also too, you know how I know I'm old, bro?
Yeah.
You know how I know I'm old. So my baby, he just they did the little ceremony for him, graduation, fifth grade, he getting ready to go to sixth grade.
Okay.
So of course, I see a Honda van. I don't know what the name of this van. It's a Honda van. The van looks so freaking cool to me, bro. And I was
Mm.
like, I'm telling my oldest, he 15. I'm like, LG, look, that van right there look cool, don't it? He looking. He was like, no, 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 no. You just old, man. I'm like, dude, that van don't look cool. He was like, no, no, it don't. You just a soccer dad. I'm like, man, I will push
He's
the
like,
hell out
nah,
that
he's like,
van.
nah, that ain't it. He's like, that ain't it,
Bro,
Pop.
the the van looked cool as hell, bro. I'm telling you right now, if
Mm.
somebody was to gift me that Honda van, I'd be happy as hell, bro.
You be happy?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last time we went home, I had
Mm.
of course we rented a car. So I had to switch it out. It was a what was it? It was a Ford something or other. But I had to switch it out for and all they had available was a Chrysler van.
Mm.
And I tell you that damn van, I filled up before we left Orlando. We ended up going to Orlando. Filled up before we left Orlando. Didn't have to fill up. And from Orlando to here is 6 hours.
Mm.
I didn't have to fill up till we got back to Georgia, bro.
Man. Okay.
Yeah. And it was a sweet,
Talk
sweet
about talk
ride,
about fuel efficiency. Dang.
man. Look. So I'm old now, bro. Like I say, if I if I could
Hey,
get it,
we like what we like. So it is what it is. We like. The young generation gonna like the tin can on wheels, but the old generation, we like the antique cars, man. That's what we like. So
man, I'm trying
cars
I'm trying
old,
to
but
find it, bro. But I can't. The thing looked cool to me, man.
mm,
I just was laughing because my son calling me old. Yeah, it's a blessing, bro. And I remember working in a pharmacy, and this it was so funny. This old dude say, "Don't get old, son," and I'm like, "Well, if I don't get old, I'm dead.
right,
Getting getting old is a blessing.
but
Getting old is a blessing. I mean, I guess it was the way he felt. You know what I mean? So
well,
that
it's
part
kind
that
of
part I get. You know.
kind of like a gift and a curse, I guess.
Hmm.
So I think obviously when you're getting older, of course your body is kind of failing you a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, maybe it's kind of, I guess, deteriorating a little bit, a teeny bit. You kind of going back in baby form.
Hmm.
You know, so your bones get brittle. So your appetite. You don't eat as much.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of things that change. When you get old. But like you said, it's still a blessing. It's still a blessing.
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing. I think it's a blessing either way. But as long as you got good health and you can move around, you're not just stuck. You know, just looking at the wall or something. You know,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's a blessing. So yeah,
Yeah, bro. Cause that's my whole thing, man. Like not I don't want to be in a vegetative state. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Even if I'm in a wheelchair, I let me let me
You
get around.
wheeling, huh? Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Let
I
me get
wheel
around.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Let me get around, man.
yeah.
Cause on the real tip, my wife was just talking to me. She trying to get mentally prepared for that day. Uh, her father gets called home, and
She trying to get you mentally what? You kind of
no,
it was
she.
kind of
Oh
low.
yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, cause I am kind of far from. Just trying to get mentally prepared for like that day, cause she's the only child. You know what I'm saying? So her dad he's still in the Virgin Islands, and he been there all his life. Stuck in his ways, of course. We keep trying to get him to come up here with us, but he putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So it's just like, you know, I hate to say it, but like just that call you might get, you know what I mean? That, he went on to be with the Lord, and which sucks, but I started just thinking about the whole life insurance thing, bro. Um, of course I got it. Um, my wife has it, and we have, and for the kids too, but it's just like when you think about the people who doesn't, you know what I'm saying, who don't have life insurance, it's kind of a bind, you know what I mean, that you leave people with, you know. But
Yeah,
it's one of those, you know what I'm saying. It's definitely a tough discussion. Definitely a tough discussion.
it's always tough, man. When you talk about death, because it's always that, you know, with death is always kind of like the unknown, you know.
Hmm.
So it's just funny how everybody talk about death like it's this, you know, horrible thing, but could be a great thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's the way that you go that makes it
Right.
bad, you
Of
know.
course, the way that you go, obviously, yeah, play a little part. And of course, your loved ones and the people that, care for you. I always say that, as far as like passing on, it's always, my family, my wife, my friends, you, my boy, and everything like that. So, of course, that's probably the thing that, that probably I think about the most. Because of when you pass on, you just pass on. So it is what it is. There's nothing you can control. It's your destiny. Everybody has a date,
Hmm.
and whenever that day comes, that's just what it is. So, but like you said, just make sure that you leave your family in a in a good space, in a good spot. As far as like the life insurance thing, and that's one thing the Black community. That's one thing that we lack. I don't know. We just don't. I wouldn't even say we don't have a knowledge of, but like you said, maybe it's just maybe talking about it or maybe getting it. You probably feel like maybe they jinxing themselves, or
Yeah.
you know, I don't
Okay.
know.
And we going okay, so we that's where we going. We're gonna go here. You remember, and I think the young lady was from Florida. You remember, she was a she was nice, nice looking young lady. She was up and coming, being successful, and I can't remember what her craft was, what her field was, but
Mm,
she ended up being killed by her boyfriend for her insurance policy.
Mm.
She had just got an insurance policy, and the dude who she was with, like she was, he, I ain't gonna say he was a stay at home type
So
dude. He was working,
she was a
pretty much
breadwinner.
breadwinner.
She
Yeah,
was basically bringing home the bacon.
she was bringing home the bacon. She was starting to get clientele. She was starting to, become a success. Was bringing him along, and this little, and her policy wasn't even a lot of money. And
Yeah, I don't
he,
remember what it was. I read up on the story. Well, I didn't read up on it, but I saw it on the on YouTube.
hmm
Yeah, I don't remember the amount either, but and she loved him too, you know.
yeah,
So and that was the
she
crazy
definitely did.
part about it. But you
And
know,
then
like they say,
the year,
always the ones who you it's always the ones who you love, man. That always wind up, you know.
yeah,
I wouldn't say all times, maybe most times or sometimes,
hmm
you know, wind up, you know, stabbing you and you know doing your own. So it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate that a guy felt like he can get away with, you know, something. I mean, I don't even know if he even loved her because if you love her,
yeah, he couldn't have, bro.
why would you? Why would that thought even cross your mind? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
why? I wouldn't. It could be $100 million. You know, this is. I'm just
bro.
talking about me, man. No,
Yeah,
no, never. That thought would never creep up in my mind. Never,
I just nah,
never.
not what this woman mean to me, bro. Like, cause she love was, I mean, cause she exercise even this, we doing this podcast, but
Mm-hmm.
to see her excited, cause she with the setup and get me right and all of this type of stuff, bro. Like, I just nah, bro. I just no, man. I couldn't. And even and then on the other side of it, well, you remember we was doing the Primerica thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom was one of my people. And bro, now my mom and my dad, my stepdad, they've been
For
married for
those
a
who
good.
don't know what Primerica is, it's a
It's pretty much, bro. It's pretty much the Walmart of finances, bro. Like you, everything from investments. Of course, they're most famous for their life insurance. So
life insurance. Yeah,
yeah, so that's what
yeah,
we got our life insurance through Primerica.
yeah. Because I don't know if you know. I don't know if the audience really know. You know, obviously what Primerica is. Yeah. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
Google them. You know what I'm saying?
you can Google it.
I
Yeah.
have them. I've used them. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of them for a little bit. Kenji, and the funny thing, Kenji brought me in. But yeah, so you know, doing a little table thing with my mom and my pops. This man said, "Man, I don't want to." What he said, I don't want to leave her money for her to go and spend it with the next dude. And
Oh, boy.
bro, and when he said it and he meant it,
So he meant
well,
that. He meant it.
I
I know he meant it.
and I was in my head. Now, of course, I'm in front of I can't remember his name right now. Golly, I will call his name if I remember it.
Robert.
Robert. I'm sitting there, me, Robert, my mama, June, stepdad. That was probably the one and only time I wanted to punch that man. And I do call him a dad because he's been around for a long time. Of course, he's not my birth father, but he is my father.
Right. Sure.
But boy, to hear that come out his mouth, I was so upset. It's like, well, why did you marry me? Like you, a lot of times, man, black folks, I'm pretty sure we all heard it. We don't leave a will, we leave a want. And if we don't know it, GoFundMe is not for us to bury our loved ones.
Right.
GoFundMe is for getting businesses started, i.e., You know what I'm saying? If we
Right.
was to do something else,
Right.
that's what GoFundMe is for. It's not to bury your loved ones. Like
Nope.
for the generation that's behind us, we know about Master P. Google Master P. Of course, y'all don't know about Master P. Y'all, if y'all heard about him, it's all the stuff that his name getting dragged through the mud for. I don't know what's going on. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to bring up any of the negative stuff. How he got started was from the whew, what what is called, Kenji, when somebody died. What you get, the cash benefit from
Oh,
his.
okay. Okay. Okay.
I believe it was from his granddad,
Uh-huh.
grandfather passing away. $10,000. That's how he got his empire started. $10,000. I may be off a little bit if you Google him, but I mean, dude, it's and truth be told, that's how white folks keep their money. That's how they up and come. You know what I'm saying? You want to leave, yes. I mean, no, I'm not saying that you want somebody to benefit off your death, but you definitely don't want to leave your people in a bind after you gone off this earth. Like,
Right.
bro, I that's just something I just.
Yeah.
Of course, your people will want you other than your money. At least I will hope. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, you gone. You see your wife, even if you don't leave it to your significant other, you leave it for your children, for
With
children.
the
I'm sorry,
kids, at least.
children.
Yeah.
I say churn. I be in school saying churn, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, leave it for your children,
Right.
your kids, your seeds,
Yeah.
and no, and if you don't want to leave it to your wife or your husband, significant other, whoever, that's on you. Know who you getting in bed with. If you can't trust them enough to leave them something, you might not want to be with them. Honestly,
Right. That's probably, that's probably why a lot of them don't have life insurance because they probably don't trust whoever it is that
bro.
whoever it is that they dealing with. They probably like, nah, I'm not leaving you nothing. If I can't be here to spend it, shoot, I'm not leaving it, but
Man,
you spend.
bro,
But
this world is crazy,
but
bro.
yeah, man. Nah, life insurance is important, man. Especially like I said, especially if you got kids. Especially if you got kids, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure your kids are taken care of.
Hmm.
You don't want to leave them struggling because it already is going to be hard enough as it is.
You know it.
So so
Unfortunately,
uh so if you could even get $100,000 policy or a couple 100,000 or 500K, that could be life changing, for your little ones,
definitely.
for your young. So
Hmm.
so that way they might not have to struggle. Maybe who knows? Maybe they can put that money to use and maybe start up a business or something.
Definitely.
And won't have to
Definitely.
work for somebody. So a lot of benefits, in that. But of course, naturally, it won't be for you because you'll be deceased, you'll be gone.
Right.
But hey, it's not about you at this point. So it's not about you. You got to be selfless, and you got to think about your loved ones, man. So that's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So okay. Uh, we got real. You know what I'm saying? Right then, I want
Yeah.
to end it on the. I want to want to end it on
Yeah.
a good note.
Right.
Let's see. All right. So the night's game is halftime. The New York is up on Indiana, 69-54. Do you think New York will still win this, or do you think Indiana gonna pull this out?
Hey, man. I was you know, having a little, whatever you want to call it, barbershop talk or whatever with different people, different that I come across, and I me personally, I think that I feel like New York is probably not going to lose it in New York. Like, so And I feel like, I don't want to say it because I don't want to get into the whole conspiracy, get in all the conspiracy talks and whatever. But you know where I'm getting at. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another thing too. You know, some of these officials, you know, getting
Oh yeah,
involved
that's
off the court, betting,
mm-hmm.
and, different things like that. Now, like I say, don't quote me because it's not like I live with these people. I don't know what they do in you know, their off time or spare time. But but when you're watching the game, you see like the free throw discrepancy. You know, one team shooting like 25, 30 free throws, and the other team got 5 to 10 maybe. That's a problem.
talk your junk, talk your
That's a
junk, man.
problem.
Talk your
That's
stuff.
a problem. So when I know that, they probably do have an agenda. Now I don't know. I feel like Boston is part of that. And I felt like if it could have been in the West, it probably would have been the Lakers. But because they're a little bit older and they just didn't have enough, they didn't have enough steam, you know.
Man, don't don't put no fuel up on the bronze fire, bro.
They
They had a
just
good
didn't
team
have
up
enough.
there.
They just didn't have enough steam, man. They didn't have enough steam. They did to maybe get it done. Now there have been other um instances where they wanted certain teams to make it to the finals, i.e., back in 2009, I think, when LeBron was with the Cavaliers and they wanted to be Cleveland and the Lakers with Kobe. I know a lot of y'all probably might remember because they used to have little Muppet commercials,
Yeah,
with the Spike Lee voice. Was it Spike Lee voice
it
or was
was.
it?
I I
That's
know.
Little Penny. That's Little Penny.
Yeah,
I'm
Lil
thinking
Penny.
about.
No, Lil Penny was that was Chris Rock voice.
Yeah, that's Little Penny. Yeah, I mean
But
Chris
yeah,
Rock. That's what
I
I meant.
remember who you was talking about. They had a Kobe one and they had a LeBron because they just
Yeah,
knew the
and
Lakers
they
and the
was like
Cavs.
just different ones. So they was really pumping it. They were pumping it, but
Hmm.
Orlando had something to say in that series against Cleveland. So the Lakers held up their end of the bargain, but you know Cleveland couldn't.
Yeah,
So
that was
and I don't think the refs couldn't have interfered in that anyway because the 3-point barrage that Orlando
and
displayed and
don't
just
forget the prime Dwight Howard too, bro.
well, you can't forget about Prime Howard. Dwight Howard. He was an absolute monster in that series too. But the way that they shot the three ball, Turkoglu and Lewis and who else? Did they have Rayford Austin at that time, or was it Jameer?
Yeah, no, it was no Jameer Nelson.
Jameer was hurt, right?
No, Rayford Austin was on that team
Rayford Austin was on there, yeah.
because you remember he got
Um,
hurt he got hurt. I think he got hurt in
he came. He tried to
Cleveland
come back in the finals or something like that, right?
and effed everything up.
Worst move they could have did. Worst move they could have did, honestly. But yeah. So Orlando shot the ball well. So it's like when you're shooting three balls, like they shooting it at a high clip. What can the refs do? The refs can't do anything. What they gonna make phantom calls?
Hmm.
So it's like Orlando just was lights out in that series. So it wasn't nothing that they could have done to try to maybe help LeBron and Cleveland to the
Hmm.
finals that year. But yeah, no, teams they got because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these sports it's all entertainment. You know,
Right,
football,
most definitely.
American football, and basketball. I think they lead it all. Now I don't know about like soccer or baseball or hockey. I don't really know about those sports. Like that, but definitely football and basketball. Yeah, everyone has their favorites. Everyone has the teams that that everybody wants to see. The teams that's going to get the ratings.
Hmm.
The high ratings because it's all about views at the end of the day. When it comes to TV, that's all they care about, views. How many people are going to watch these games? How many people are going to watch them? That's why I can go back to the early 2000s, that series between the Sacramento Kings and the LA Lakers. That's like one of the biggest tragedies in all of NBA basketball. I watched every game in that series.
Bro, and it
And
still kills me when Shaq get around anybody from that Kings team, he still call them the Sacramento Queens.
nah,
Bro,
yeah,
if it
yeah.
wasn't for the doggone refs and it was found out, they did a whole did you I don't know if you ended up watching on
They had
Netflix.
a whole investigation.
Bro, they did a whole show on it. Like, why you still rubbing it in this man's face when you know why y'all won? You know why y'all
Yeah,
won.
yeah. They should not
Not
have
not
won that series.
and
They
not
should not have
saying that
won
the
that
Lakers was
series.
not a good team, but bro, come on, Shaq, stop doing that.
Nah, yeah.
The
Now
Sacramento
y'all,
Queens, the Sacramento
yeah,
Queens. It's like, bro, you know, don't do that.
yeah, and Kobe knew. God rest his soul. They all knew, man. They all knew. Mike Bibby, Chris Webber, them boys, man. Them boys had them boys on the ropes. When I say they had them on the ropes, you think of a boxing match, and you done already stunned, stunned the fighter, and you going in for the kill, and you just wailing away.
Mhm.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like, man. Sacramento was getting ready to knock them boys out, getting ready to knock them out, and then the ref just stepped right on in.
Hey, but ain't Karma a son of a gun though, because you remember how before what? Hold on, what team was it when Carmelo, Kobe?
That was the Lakers.
Yeah, but who else was Shaq on that team too?
It was Detroit. It was Detroit, the Pistons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Karma is the son of a gun. That boy, they beat the snot out of them Lakers.
Beat the dog, you know what, out of them.
And I know Gary Payton was on that team. Was Shaq on that team though? I can't
Shaq was
remember.
on there. Karl Malone, Kobe. Those it was like a supposedly like a four-headed monster. And then of course you had Derek Fisher, and I think Robert Ory was on that team. Then you have all your other guys, but yeah, they were supposed to have been the head-on favorites, kind of like a David versus Goliath type thing. Because
That's
Detroit,
what that's what they thought.
yeah, because Detroit didn't really have a they didn't really have an all-star per se, but of course they had great players there. You
Great
had
players.
Chauncey Billups, you have Rip, Rip Hamilton,
Yeah,
Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, the
yeah,
Wallace
bro.
brothers. But they're not really brothers, but they
And
got the same last name.
Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun Prince,
That
yeah.
was a hell of a starting five, bro.
That boy,
That team, I don't know where that team ranks, but boy, I'm
well,
talking
they
about.
only won one. So obviously you
Yeah,
ain't gonna rank them with the all
was it
time
one?
greats,
They
but
only won one.
that's it. They got one.
Dang,
They lost the second championship that they went to the Spurs. The Spurs beat them.
that's
It
bad.
went seven. I think it went 7 games. Yeah,
That's the damn
yeah,
Spurs.
and that was it.
I might
They
have to.
went two
Yeah,
times. They won one, lost one. So, but
dang.
um, but yeah, but that team was definitely I would classify that team as an all-time great team. But of course, they don't have multiple championships. So but the way that they manhandled LA in that series, yeah, it was like Big Brother whooping up on Little Brother.
Yeah,
So yeah, they beat them boys bad. They actually split up that team. They split up that LA Lakers team.
yeah.
Because Shaq
And
wound up going to Miami
was that year?
the
Yeah.
next
Okay.
season,
Yeah.
the
So
very next
yeah.
season. That was
Now,
in '04. That was in '03 or '04. The end of '04. So it was '03, '04 season, I think. So yeah,
so when the Wade get drafted by the Heat?
Wade got drafted in '03. So he was a rookie in '03, and they had that amazing run,
Yeah. Okay.
and
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
then of course they got put out by the Indiana Pacers, who was pretty much one of the juggernauts at the time, and they got sent home. And then the '04, '05 season, that's when Shaq got there, and they actually pushed Detroit to a 7-game series in Shaq's first year there, and Dwayne Wade was really really good too in that series. He was damn good. So then of course in '06 they finally got over the hump, beat Detroit, and the rest is history. They got the chip. So but
It
But,
was it was interesting to see the little podcast type interview that Rasheed Wallace and Bonzi Wells was on, and they was talking about how talking about how D Wade had was getting all the calls. But I swear when we was watching it in real time, it seemed like Dirk was getting all the damn calls. So
man,
I don't
yeah,
know.
they definitely was. I mean, don't get me wrong. Wade, see, the thing is, what I guess what you got to understand is at that time, Dwayne Wade was a slasher. You know what I mean? Like, he puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and he put a lot of pressure on the refs because he didn't settle for a lot of jump shots, even though he could shoot them pretty good.
Hmm.
You know, he could shoot mid range pretty good, and his tray ball was okay. You know, he wasn't a great 3-point shooter, but he was okay. But boy, get into that rack, get into the cup, to the Baja, yeah, yeah. He was doing that. He was doing that at a high clip too. So it's like you could say Wade was getting all the calls, but hey, it was because he was putting the pressure on the refs. I mean, you know, once you know, like they say, if you ain't making your shots, what your coach tell you to do? Go in the paint, man. Try to draw some fouls,
Hmm.
and that's what he was doing.
That boy was he
That's what
was
he was
something
doing,
else.
man. He was drawing them fouls. So and he was super athletic too. So it wasn't like he was just some guy who couldn't really jump or nothing like that. Wade had all the tools. He had it
Hmm.
all at a young age. So yeah.
So who you all right? So from the Knicks to the Knicks and the Pacers, we got way off. We went way back to them the Heat thing on late we went way back, but
Yeah,
um
we went back. It's because I was talking about how how the refs may kind of intervene in this series or in certain games in New York.
right.
So yeah, so Indiana
So
may have to be careful a little bit.
yeah, oh
You know.
heck yeah. Now it'll say something if they come back and win this game, but it was halftime. But the most important game is tied 2-2. They back in Minnesota. Who are they back in Minnesota? Are they back in Denver? No, they back in Denver. I'm sorry. They
They're
back
in
in
Denver,
Denver.
Game 5. Yeah.
Who you got?
Boy, Denver. Like we don't already touched on it anyway. We done already touched on it, and I think it's actually coming to fruition, man. I think Denver got all that momentum, man. They got all that momentum. They got it. I think it might be over for Minnesota, man.
You don't
I
think it's gonna
think
go to a game 7?
I still think it could possibly go 7 because obviously it still got to go back to Minnesota for Game 6.
Yeah.
So Denver, I think is going to win Game 5. They done already got it built up. They done got the ball rolling. So I think Denver's going to win Game 5. Is going to come back to Minnesota for Game 6. I think Minnesota they might can do it. They might can hold on and hold out and win that game, and is probably gonna go back to Denver for Game 7. And I think Denver gonna seal it, man. I think they're gonna win it. So it's hard
Yeah.
to win on the road in a Game 7.
So like we said,
Not saying it's never been done,
whoever
but it's super difficult. So
right. But like we touched on, who I think whoever wins this series will be the NBA champion.
yeah, no doubt about it. Whoever wins this series is. I know a lot of people would think that Boston got a good shot, and honestly, I'm not gonna just sit here and just say, I mean, just because I don't really care for Boston. I'm not saying they're not a good team.
Hmm.
They got a pretty good team over there. They got a pretty good team over there. Now, do they have enough? If Boston was to make it to the finals, do they have enough to beat a Denver Nuggets team?
Bro, do
I
you
don't think
know?
so.
Because I don't. Okay, before I say this,
Um,
if Porzingis is back, do you think they have a better shot? A better shot?
they will have a better shot. They will have a better shot, but you know, he one thing about Porzingis, he a little light in the glutes, you know. He a little light in the glutes.
Boy, you
So,
reading my mind, boy.
your boy Joker going, back
Mm-hmm.
that boy down in that paint. So so yeah, they're gonna have to probably wind up trying to double Joker because Joker gonna eat. Joker gonna eat in that series. And he can shoot
And
the three ball too. Now, on the other end, Porzingis is a little bit more mobile, and so he can get around a little bit better.
yeah,
So that could be an advantage for Boston because Joker he's a little bit on the slow side. So I don't know his on ball defense, especially on the perimeter, is not great.
no,
So
yeah,
Porzingis he's a 3-point shooter, so he's not gonna go down in the paint and bang, with no Joker anyway.
that boy needs some. He need to work on his footwork. Joker talking about,
Uh-huh.
but bro, we was talking about centers. Of course, we was talking about Dwight Howard. You know who
Yeah.
I forgot about? He only because I just thought about him because we were talking about the dang on Celtics. He was hurt this year. Who got traded to the freaking Portland Trailblazers from Boston? Who Boston? I think they would if they would have a way better shot. That doggone Robert Williams. If they had Robert Williams still, I think they would have a better shot to. I think Boston would have a better shot. Now you
100%. 100%, bro.
Now let's see, Drew
100%.
Drew Smith and Robert Williams, Porzingis and Robert Williams. I don't know either one of those two. I think they would have a better shot. Now, having said that, if it was any way to get Robert Williams out of dang on Portland, do you think the Miami Heat should go?
Yeah. But I heard he's hurt. I heard he hurt himself.
Yeah, that's not yeah because he had a season-ending injury. But of
Season
course,
ended? Okay, so it's not career ended, it's just season ended.
I hope not. I thought it was just season-ending.
Hey, I heard something about maybe career because he had already had a with Boston he had already had a an injury. Was it an ACL knee?
No, no, is that why they probably traded Buddy away and then this ended up happening?
I don't know. Honestly, I like I said, I probably have to. I could probably look it up. Let me see. What's his name? Robert Williams.
Yeah.
Robert Williams the third. Yeah. Okay, so it says with the Celtics, he had underwent two surgeries on his left knee and had only played 50 or more games twice in 5 seasons.
Mm.
And so the right knee ligament he tore in November required the most serious surgery that he's had ever had. So it ended the season when it had barely started. Um, he said it was pretty tough, but he said it was eye opening. So I don't know, you know, I don't know
Damn, that's
what that
unfortunate.
really means. Cause like I said, he was hurt. In Boston, he had that knee problem. He had to have like say two surgeries. So so I
That's
don't know.
sad,
And
bro. Because
I don't even know if he hurt the same knee. In Portland. I don't know. So, but I mean, I don't know. I wish the best. I wish him the best, man. I hope he could still stick around in the NBA.
me too.
Because he's still a pretty talented player. So
And bro, I
like
didn't even know he was only 6'9". The way that boy played,
he
I
played
thought
like a
that boy,
7 footer, don't he?
man, I thought that boy was 7 foot plus.
For real.
The problems he gave
He
the
played
Heat,
like he played like a big boy down there in that paint. You do.
the
You
problems
do.
he gave the Heat, man. But he's 6'9" with a 7'6" wingspan.
Mm.
That's freaking impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. That is
That's
impressive. That is impressive.
but yeah, bro, we we got into it, man. We got into it. Hey,
Well,
how we always do.
another
Yeah,
hour
man.
plus.
Hour plus. Yeah, it's an hour
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, homeboy. All right, world. We're gonna sign off. We're gonna see y'all soon. with our girl, A Peace of Mind, Lyric Allen. Um, and that's it, man. All right, buddy.
Yeah. Enjoy
We
your
gonna
night.
holler.
Till the next time.
Till the next time. We always, like we say,
Peace.
we always got something to say.
Always. Always.